All right, John 5:39. We give praise, glory, and honor to the Most High Yah by way of Yahushua HaMashiach, our master this day. John 5:39. Y'all should be all right. It's a blessed day to be alive. Search the scriptures, for in them you think you have eternal life, and they are they which testify of me, and you will not come to me that you might have life. I receive not honor from men, but I know you, that ye have not the love of Alahym in you. And a lot of people, they don't have it. Proverbs 28:1. You know, I've quoted this verse to them boys out there because, you know, they were finna get ready to run. Ain't that something? You try me and you gonna run. What they do that at? Proverbs 28:1. Listen to what it say. Proverbs 28:1. The wicked flee when no man pursue, but the righteous are bold as a lion. I'm going to read verse 2 because it just stood out to me. For the transgression of a land, many are the princes thereof. But by a man of understanding and knowledge, the state thereof shall be prolonged. This is going to kind of go into what we were talking about Wednesday, but we're going to get to this in a minute. I need you to come over here to Daniel chapter 10. Just keep that second verse. You hold this place in Proverbs 28. We're going to come back to it. And I need y'all to get Job 29 and just mark that to the side because we're going to finish the rest of Job 29 along with wherever y'all direct us at. Where we at? Where we at? What did I say? Daniel 10. Daniel 10:1. I'll let y'all know too, it's some brothers, man. I'm not saying that all of us got to participate, but it's some brothers, they proclaiming a national fast. They're not, I ain't gonna say they ain't proclaiming it, but I seen some Hebrew brothers. Any of you brothers seen that? I seen some, they say some brothers say they gonna fast on the, they say they gonna fast on the 28th, the 29th, and the 1st. You know what I'm saying? I didn't hear the reasons why they were doing it, but they were fasting for the purpose of being heard on high. You know, as I told y'all, we can sit back and look at that. As I told y'all before during atonement or Yom Kippur. You know what I'm saying? That's the purpose of fasting, is that your voice might be heard. Because you're afflicting yourself, you're denying yourself the things that are needful to the body, that Alahym might hear you in Shamahim. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say it takes a lot of level of faith, because some people fast and they really ain't got no faith. You know what I'm saying? They doing it just to be seen and known that they're fasting, and Alahym ain't gonna do nothing for you. Daniel 10:1. Boy, Troy, they can hear you now. You're real loud, boy. Troy, they can hear you over what we're talking about. You gotta mute the phone or something. He said, the 3rd year of Cyrus, the king of Persia, a thing was revealed unto Daniel, whose name was Belshazzar, and the thing was true, but the time appointed was long. You already told him. He said the thing was true, but it was going to be a minute before it got fulfilled. And he understood the thing and had understanding of the vision. So you know what that means? Daniel knew what he saw and he understood it. In those days, Daniel, was mourning 3 full weeks. I ate no pleasant bread, neither came flesh nor wine in my mouth. Neither did I anoint myself at all, till 3 whole weeks were fulfilled. And in the 24th day of the 1st month, as I was by the side of the great river, which is Hadekel. Anybody remember what that river name means? This man say as he get this vision that he had an understanding of, he was standing by this river. Anybody remember where that river is located? Anybody remember where this river is located?
Yeah.
Does nobody remember where the river is located? Somebody got to help me out, man. We ain't going to be able to move forward. We didn't talk about this Wednesday. Somebody got to tell me where the river Hadekel is located at. It's one of the rivers in Eden. Does anybody remember what this river means? I'm going to just say it like this here. Reads rapid or quickly, right? It say Daniel understood the vision. Hold what you got. Come over here to Revelation 22. 22 and 16. I'm going to make it 14. 22 and 14. You hold the Daniel 10 now. The reason why I'm doing this here because it said Daniel understood the vision. He had an understanding of what was going on. Troy, you got to mute the phone because it's real loud. Make it 13. Matter of fact, just make it 12. He said, behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be. I am the Aleph and the top, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. Baruch are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and they may enter in through the gates of the city. For without are dogs, and sorcerers, and whoremongers, and murderers, and idolaters, and whosoever love and make a lie. I, Yahushua, have sent my Malachim to testify unto you these things in the synagogues. I am the root and offspring of Daud, the bright and morning star. And the Ruach and the bride said, come. Let him that hears say, come. Let him that is athirst come. And whosoever will, let him take of the water of life freely. For I testify unto every man that hear the words of the prophecy of this book. If any man shall add unto these things, Alahym shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. So the reason why I mention that there is, God say, hey, quiet. Say it with me. Quiet. You did quite well. Now, the reason why I mention this here, dudes say Eve is Adam's cousin. That's adding to the book. You see people do that a lot sometimes. They add things in the book that are not there. Or they say things that this is in the book and it's not. Boy, be quiet. Now, you sit back and you can go pull Deuteronomy chapter 4. You don't got to go get it. But in Deuteronomy chapter 4, that's in our law to tell you not to add nor take away from the commandments. This is why you see this in Revelation 22. So y'all need to understand and know that that's our law. You don't add to the word of Yahuwah. You don't take nothing away from the word of Yahuwah. To do so can get you added every single solitary plague that's in this book that can get that put upon your head, which is meaning eternal damnation. Verse 19, if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, Alahym shall take away his part out of the book of life and out of the Kadesh city and from the things which are written in this book. He which testify these things saith, surely I come quickly, so be it, even so come, Lord, Master Yahushua. The grace of our Master Yahushua HaMashiach be with you all, so be it. So when you turn around and come back to Daniel chapter 10, and you see that he's standing by this great river, which is Hadekah, or rapid, and he has an understanding of this vision, then that means he's got the understanding of what we about to look at when he sees this prophecy of Mashiach. Look at verse 4, 5 is where we at. Then I lift up mine eyes, and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen, whose loins were girded with the fine gold of Uphaz. His body also was like the beryl, and his face as the appearance of lightning, and his eyes as lamps of fire, and his arms and his feet in color to polished brass, and the voice of his words like the voice of a multitude. Do you understand when he's sitting back saying that his voice is like the voice of a multitude? Do you realize how loud this man's voice has to be if his voice is like the voice of a multitude? Now I'm going to show y'all the reason why I say that, because I'm working on something. Stop right now. You's one hard-headed little boy. Your birthday over with, man. If it was your birthday, we might let you live. Matthew chapter 5. 5 and 1. Now we let you, man, your birthday, man, you know, do your thing. Number 3. It's your birthday, you know, you let him live a little bit. Let his birthday over with. Matthew 5 and 1. And seeing the multitudes, he went up into a mountain, and when he was set, his disciples came unto him, and he opened his mouth and taught them, saying. Now he's up here on a mountain, and there's a multitude of people. Do you realize how loud he would have had to be for these people to hear him? Now the book just said this man's voice is like the voice of a multitude. I mean, it's power. How many of y'all ever been to a sporting event and hear these people cheer all at the same time? You realize, you notice what they say when if you at a sporting event and the crowd go to cheering. You know the adjective they use to describe it, or the phrase, the most commonly used phrase. Any of y'all on the phone know the most commonly? You know I'm into sports, so that's why you always hear sports analogies and all that type of stuff. But you would hear they would say the roar of the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Even at a concert, when somebody come out, that's what they say, right? The roar of the crowd. When you hear the word roar, you attach that to what animal mostly? A lion. A bear. Yeah, I think of a lion killing about a bear. But remember, he says the righteous are bold as a lion. So when they speak, they're going to roar. The reason why they would roar, a lion does that because what they call a lion, the king of the jungle. Right? Hold this right here, man, in Matthew 5, because we're going to look at actually something in Matthew 7. Come over here to Ecclesiastes chapter 8 real fast. Just for one verse, because it just came to my head real fast. It's going to tie into something later on in a few moments when I get to it. Y'all just bear with me. If I'm going too fast, just say something. Ecclesiastes 8:1. He said, who is as the wise man? And who knows the interpretation of a thing? A man's wisdom makes his face to shine, and the boldness of his face shall be changed. I counsel thee to keep the king's commandment, and that in regard of the oath of Alahym. Be not hasty to go out of his sight. Stand not in the evil thing, for he do so whatsoever please him. You already tell him, don't be so fast to get out the Most High's way. Stay in his way. The man also turned around and told you, don't stand in nothing evil. This is why you can go to look at 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. My brethren don't have no appearance of evil. So the book is telling you, don't stand in any evil thing. If you stand in evil anything, you sin. Now y'all know this way is tight. It's real tight. That's why a lot of people quit when they actually see how restrictive it is. And one of the biggest sins that most people commit is they have no faith. I don't care how much pork you don't eat. I don't care what products you don't use. I don't care about how many Shabbats you keep, feast days you keep. If you don't have a heart of faith, it's for nothing. Your worship was in vain. He said, without faith, it's impossible to please him. For he that come to Alahym must believe that he is and is a rewarder of those that diligently seek him. The reason why, that's why he said don't be hasty to go out of his eyesight. Because you should know from Alahym 34, or when Peter told you in 1 Peter chapter 3 by verse 15, that the eyes of Yahuwah are upon the righteous. That means if you walking in uprightness of heart, and you walking with a heart of faith, then your eyes is upon you. You in his eyesight. The moment you get up out of his eyesight and you get into transgression and sin, you have moved out of his sight. That's why he say, don't be hasty. Don't be so fast to get out of his way. Do what you got to do to keep this man's eyes upon you. What good is it to have this man's eyes turn away from you? That's why the man told you what good. He said, what is a man proud if he gain the whole world and lose his soul? What good is it if you get the things you desire, but you lose your Alahym in the process? Phone call drop. Golly, I hate when that happens. Y'all just give me a second in here while I try to get them back. Sure live. But you know, call drop on the conference call. All right, y'all. Call drop, don't get out. But that's why the man told you what good. When he said, what good is it to get the things that you desire and lose your Alahym in the process? That's going to sit back and tell you that what you gained in actuality was worthless. We had to sit back and look at that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it might be. What good is it that's going to be for us? Let's not be hasty to get out of his eyesight. You feel me? Verse 4. He said, where the word of a king is, there is power. And who may say unto him, what do thou? So where the word of the king is, there is power. Now the righteous are bold as a lion. So where the word of your Alahym is, there should be power with it. That's what our people are lacking. To get that power, you know Yasharah means power to rule as Alahym, right? To get that power, why did Jacob have that power? Because he wrestled with a Malachim, right? But Jacob had a heart of faith. He believed. He believed. He trusted in this man. And we'll read about some of these men. We got to develop that same heart. That is the mind that we don't have that our forefathers had. We don't have the mind of Abraham. We don't have the mind of Isaac. We don't have the mind of Jacob. We don't have the mind of the prophets. We don't have the mind of Job. Job's faith in Yahuwah was so strong that he lost everything he had, was being afflicted physically, and still stood fast and would never speak it against Alahym nor blame him. Not one time. That's a heart of faith. This is why Yah was able to restore him to greater than what he was in the end, because of the heart of faith that he had. The patience to endure the suffering, knowing that Alahym is faithful. He said he's the faithful Alahym, showing mercy to thousands of them that keep his commandments. So we have to understand that. We have to understand that there are forces in this earth and in this world that are consistently pulling at those who are the elect. So I'm going to tell y'all something, man, so y'all can sit back and y'all can just know this. All Yasharal is not of Yasharal. You hear me? Just because they black, just because they pop a book open, just because they come to Shabbat, that don't mean they are Alahym. That don't mean they are the elect. So when you turn around and look at it, those that are not of the elect will always come to tempt to take down those that are of the elect. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is not chosen. Many are called, few are chosen. Those that are chosen, the adversary will throw many tricks their way to take them down. Hello? Shut on, Blaze. How you doing, bro? What's up? You feel what I'm saying? He coming at you to take you down. You got to stand tall. You feel what I'm saying? You got to keep your feet firmly on the ground and planted on your foundation of faith. Faith will allow you to endure all things. Come on, Lord. You can't have one. It's all right. Come on back to Matthew 5. Well, actually, Matthew 7 and 28. No, now she doing the. Is she doing the girdle?
Like she was melting.
She's doing like this. You know when they go to crying and girdle in the spit. She just hit the girdle. Y'all hold on, cause I'm looking for something else. Hold on one second. You beat him when he do the girdle. Say don't beat him when he do the girdle. Hold on. Come on over here to Matthew 7:28. I got the verse in my head, but I can't remember where it's at. I was trying to flip on over there. Verse 28. This is after Mashiach has preached all this stuff in Matthew 5, 6, and 7. It said, it came to pass when Yahushua had ended these sayings, the people were astonished at his doctrine, for he taught them as one having authority and not as the scribes. Now, what do y'all think that statement could mean? He taught them as one having authority. If you got authority, what do you have? You got power. It said, well, the word of the king is there. Get you Alahym 24. No. Make sure it's 24. Just hold it, Matthew. Man, go to your room. Go to your room. Hurry up. Hush up. 24 and 7. 24 and 7. Alahym Psalms 24 and 7. Yeah, you're going to be next. Don't look down up. You're going to be next. You're going to be next. Yeah. Lift up your heads, O ye gates, and be ye lift up, ye everlasting doors, and the Malik or King of esteem shall come in. Who is this Malik of esteem? Yahuwah strong and mighty, Yahuwah mighty in battle. Lift up your heads, O ye gates, even lift them up, ye everlasting doors, and the Malik of esteem shall come in. Who is the Malik of esteem? Yahuwah of hosts. He is the Malik of esteem. Selah. So, who gave Yahushua the word? Who gave Yahushua the word? But his father Yahuwah gave him the word. So there was a word of the king with him. Why? Because he said he sit at the right hand of the throne of esteem, it didn't. So wherever, you got to sit back and realize Yah is of great power and might. Wherever his word is, there should be great power and might. Those people sat up and said, this man don't speak to us like the scribes do. That means the scribes spoke with no power. They spoke with no power because they had no faith. See, they wanted to be seen of men. See, we're going to have to move and transition away from them type of thing. He said, how can you seek honor one from another? And he said, how can ye believe, my apologies, how can ye believe that seek honor one from another and not the honor that comes from Alahym only? See, one thing for certain and one thing for sure. I ain't finna seek no honor, esteem, favor, validation from no man. You know what I'm talking about? That's just not going to happen. Like, let me tell y'all something. If them brothers was in the street and I had never seen them before and they was out there preaching that true word, guess what I'd have said? So be it, brother. Y'all be with you. Y'all do y'all thing. And I would have told you, yeah, boy, we ran across some real brothers, man. They named such and such. They doing their thing. Because we ain't no hater. We'll give credit where credit is due. Where a man of Alahym is standing at. But they didn't need my validation for doing that. That's just showing love. You know what I'm talking about? Just like I don't need no man to say, that brother got the word. I need no man to do that for me. You know what I'm saying? That's just showing love, man. You got to be around have your nuts crossed. You know what I'm talking about? If a man doing his thing, that man doing his thing. Yeah, I'm like, I don't say nothing because I don't want nobody to know them brothers doing their thing. Man, them brothers doing their thing around there, man. They running it down. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? Like, it ain't even that many people out here readily seen doing it, so you got to acknowledge them. You know what I'm saying? Do you tip your cap to them, old school style? Come on back over here to Matthew, man. Let me find the thing what I'm looking for. There's two things that I'm looking for, but I got to find one. When you can get it, we can get the swing of Job 29. Y'all can get that Yeshayahu Isaiah chapter 3 too, because we got to finish that. Because it's a simple thing. What I'm looking for, the verse that I'm looking for is it's ringing in my head word for word. They say y'all not gonna stop him. Ain't nobody ever spake like this man spoke. See, y'all realize something when he said they don't speak. He didn't speak like the scribes spoke, because the scribes ain't had no power. So I'm gonna tell y'all something. Y'all see that? Matter of fact, what I'm thinking on that, go get Jeremiah chapter 20. We get right into it. What in the world is that? Go get Jeremiah 20 about verse 13. It'll come to my head in a minute. It'll come to my, y'all with it, it'll come to my head in a minute. Jeremiah 20 and 13. Let me see at 13 what I want. 13 ain't what I want. Let me look at 20 and 7. 20 and 7 what I want. I just want y'all to hear what this man say. And after I look at 20 and 7, you get your Acts chapter 2 and verse 1. Most High willing, we put it all together. Make it make sense and make it do what it do. O Yahuwah, thou hast deceived me, and I was deceived. Thou art stronger than I, and hast prevailed. I am in derision daily. Everyone mocked me. For since I spake, I cried out. I cried violence and spoil, because the word of Yahuwah was made a reproach unto me, and a derision daily. Then said I will not make mention of him, nor speak any more in his name, but his word was in my ear, in my heart, as a burning fire, shut up in my bones. I was weary with forbearing, and I could not stay. This man say this man's word was like a fire. Now y'all know in Hebrew 12 and 28 it says our Alahym is a consuming fire, right? So when you know it's under fire, it's hot. And you know it's in certain instances when you hear somebody that got passion, they say they got a fire in him, right? They got a fire in it. When you passionate about something, you serious about it. You say it like you mean it. And 9 times out of 10, you say it with what? Conviction and authority and power. That's that phone that's cut on enough for emails. Phone thing. Acts chapter 2 verse 1.
Why is it on?
No, because when it was dead, so when it cuts on.
No, I'm saying like why does it look like you still planning on using it or something?
I mean, both of them are on. And just like earlier, somebody texted me and it went to that phone, and then somebody else texted me and it came to this phone.
If you take the SIM card out,
Ain't no SIM card to take out. There's no SIM card in here. I understand what you're talking about, but yeah, no SIM card in here. So for the time being, both of these phones gonna be on.
why?
Because both of them have the same phone number.
So you just turn that one off?
No, because like I told you, like somebody texted me earlier, it did not come to this phone. It went to that one. So until that phone is shut off completely, I gotta keep it on me. Cause I might miss something. Might miss a call, might miss a text, might miss some gainful information. I can't miss that. But boy, if I miss something about some rights, I'm coming to see you. I don't know. I'll figure it out when I get there. This nigga here.
Oh, well, I'll just test him out. That's all I was doing.
You know what I'm saying? Acts 2 and 1.
Taking your hypothesis, man.
And when the day of Pentecost was fully come, they were all with one accord in one place. And suddenly there came a sound from Alahym as of a rushing mighty wind, and it filled the house where they were sitting. And there appeared unto them cloven tongues like as of fire, and it sat upon each of them. And they were all filled with the Ruach HaKodesh, and began to speak with other tongues as the Ruach gave them utterance. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to show y'all another thing. Acts chapter 4. make sure that's the one I want. Acts chapter 4, about verse 23. Acts chapter 4, about verse 23. And being let go, they went to their own company and reported all that the chief priests and elders had said unto them. And when they heard that, they lifted up their voice to Alahym with one accord and said, Master, thou art Alahym, which has made Shamahim and Arats and the sea and all that is in them is, and who by the mouth of thy servant Daud has said, why did the heathen rage and the people imagine vain things? You know, now this is talking about killing the Mashiach. You know, that's the biggest problem with our people. We imagine worthless things. You know, he says that in Alahym that he knows the thoughts of man, that they are vain. They're worthless. That's why he says the heart is deceitful above things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? Who will try the hearts and reins to get to every man according to the fruit of his doings. You know what I'm saying? So you have to sit back and look at it. Your thoughts are vain. So you need to replace your thoughts with Yah's thoughts. And you need to dictate your movements by his word. This is what's going to key into one of the three things we're going to look at: the judgment, the mercy, and the faith. Then you will make things according to his judgment and his will. And you will no longer go by your judgment and your will. Because when you go by your judgment and your will, then your Alahym is your belly, because you mind earthly things and you're an enemy of the stake. You're an enemy of the cross. You're an enemy of dying. You're an enemy of suffering. You're an enemy of affliction. You're an enemy of Yahushua, therefore an enemy of Yahuwah. He said, if you're a friend of the world, you're an enemy of Alahym. You know what I'm saying? That means we can't be closely linked in with these people. And it's not just like, because, you know, I was talking to somebody about this here. Because we know there's certain things in the world, we know these people pollute the food. You know what I'm saying? They mingle seeds. You know what I'm saying? You know, Monsanto's with all the genetically modified seeds and all this other type of stuff. All that stuff, we know about that. But truth be told, that situation is easily rectifiable. Because all that is you go to local farmers markets, you go to certain places, you don't go buy